Welcome to the Convention of States University and the COSU course on events and exhibits. This is Exhibit Documents and Handouts. I'm Howard Boothroyd. We have discussed having reference documents at the table, and here are documents to have there. To begin, have pocket constitutions. It is beneficial to have several of them on the top of the table with one open to Article 5 and Article 5 highlighted. It makes it easy to grab a constitution and say, here is where the authority comes from. Here it is in our Constitution. Show it to the folks. They may be inclined to want to actually have a copy of it, and if they do, you can hand them that one that has it highlighted, and then after the conversation, pick up another one, highlight it, and be ready to talk with the next visitor. Also on the table is the application for Convention of States, which is a sample of what an application could look like. The third document you see there is Florida's Senate Memorial. That's Florida's application. You can have that at the table. Now, if your state has already passed an application, use your state application to show what has been accomplished. If not, you can use the Florida one as a point of reference as to how states are constructing their application. The fourth document is another article that helps explain how the Article 5 process works. These documents are in the COS Show Table Article Master Pack. It's a PDF pack ready to print. The other documents at the table is the endorsement brochure that shows those who are endorsing it. Then there's the open letter concerning the Second Amendment, an excellent document to have at the table, particularly for a gun show. And then the third one is we know how a convention of states would operate. This is really important because this provides an opportunity for you to point to this and say, we have already held a simulation, and then tell them about how the 50 states got together and have held a simulation, and the rules of the convention have been worked out. A dry run has been made, and the preparation is underway for the convention. It's recommended that these documents be laminated so that they will have durability at the table. If you have a laminator, great. If you don't have a laminator, Office Depot will be glad to laminate them for $1.49 per lamination. And for those that are single-sided, you can laminate them back to back. These articles, again, are available or are in the COS Show Table Article Master Pack PDF. You can find additional articles at the Convention of States site. Look under the tab Learn, and then look at the COS Surge Article Library. Setting the table. Let's start with the far right side. We have a monitor showing what we call the Alabama video that explains how the Convention of States process works. Next to that is a Bluetooth speaker that's providing the audio. In front of the monitor are 4 pocket constitutions with one of them set open and highlighted to Article 5. There are 3 business cards set in front of the speaker. They're there just for the convenience of being able to grab one of those, and a palm card to hand to the individual. The palm cards are setting in the plastic brochure holder, which keeps them at hand and easy to access. Next, we have our 5 laminated articles, one of those being back-to-back, which is why you see 5. Next, we have the petition, the paper petition on a clipboard with a pen. Highly recommended that that be stored under the table and out of sight. You really don't want to be taking paper applications if it can be avoided, for the reason that at some point you'll have to take those paper notations, those paper entries, and enter them into the digital petition for submission to COSIT for uploading into Nation Builder. You can avoid that step by having all petitions be taken digitally on the laptop. If the laptop fails, then you got paper petitions as a backup. But other than that, you really never use the paper petitions. Next to the laptop is the business card holder with business cards in it. You got business cards at both ends of the table. And again, you'll hand a business card and a palm card to those that you visit with, and offer them a piece of candy as well. And you see the bowl of candy sitting right next to the laptop where we're taking petitions. Now, on that note, there are three elements at the table that are there to have people slow down, stop, and become engaged. The video running is to catch their attention and have them wonder what that's about. The laser light, beaming light from underneath the table, is to have them slow down, stop, and wonder what that is. And the candy at the table is for the purpose of having them slow down to get a piece of candy. The purpose of all three is the same. Slow down, stop, and become engaged in a conversation about Convention of States. Document the event. Take photos of your event from the outside, the venue, in through the event area, and particularly of your setup at the event. But most importantly, take photos and video, if you can do so, of the folks at the table, your volunteers engaged with visitors, explaining the Convention of States to them and collecting petitions. We call these the action shots. And you'll want to take those. And then after the show, share the photos and share your success with your state director in the COS community. And a part of that success information you'll share are the number of petitions you collected and the volunteers recruited. Help share the experience and the benefit that comes from participating in events and exhibits. Our next module is on exhibit materials, and we will see you there.